Welcome to the Superintendent's Corner. I am your host, Max Rassega, along with Superintendent Tim Saxton. Mr. Saxton, thank you for joining us again.
As I always say, it's always a pleasure. And I know this is BSTN and we're wrapping things up, so I'm going to enjoy this last one.
Oh, of course. So I want to start with our Senior Honors Assembly was yesterday, May 24th. Mm-hmm. Now, how do you feel the overall experience is and why is it so important for our seniors?
I've said this for many years, that is to me the best assembly of the year, and that's all assemblies, because it's just, it's why we exist. We're here to educate students, and some people may not understand, why am I learning this, and does education really pay? Well, it's there. I mean, you heard the dollar amounts, but really it recognizes what our kids have done, not just in high school, but that's a culmination of 13 years. So it's a great night. We spent a lot of time because what students have done deserve that recognition. So, and to me, it's just the smiles on people's faces, especially with the surprise awards, and realize we can help them further their education. It's just a great feeling.
One thing that I've heard recently is that the ESSER Fund is going to be providing cell phones in 3 of the elementary schools over the summer. Can you tell us why exactly that's happening? Well,
we're upgrading our district phones. They won't be cell phones. We do have phones in some of the buildings, so our whole phone system will be upgraded. But what we're also doing is making sure every classroom also has a dedicated phone. Teachers do use cell phones for emergencies, but we want a dedicated phone. So if there is any type of an incident, any type of suspicion, our teachers have a quick communication line back to administration. Administration has a quick communication line to staff, individual rooms, whole group rooms. But also, the safety measure is number one. Number two is we're really trying to do our best to increase communication, authentic communication. We're evolving conference nights to make sure it meets the needs of parents, but satisfies that communication line with parents and teachers. And one of the things teachers during their plan time would have to come to a district office phone somewhere. Now they'll have a dedicated phone line, but also that phone line can receive messages, voicemails through the day. So a teacher can be reached by a parent via a voicemail message.
And then another thing happening within the schools is that Phase 5 of the stadium was approved. Now, can you tell us just everything that's coming with that? And are people still going to be able to have access to the stadium while all that is underway?
Great question. And I laugh because obviously I've been involved in the stadium since Phase 1 or pre-Phase 1 in the planning. So, we used to laugh 3A, 3B phases. So Phase 5 is great to hear. A lot has been done, and just I walked past there the other day, and boy, does it look immaculate getting ready for commencement. But the one piece that's not done is the front entrance. So we have the gates. It's almost there. So we need to put the final piece, which is going to be a portico, which is a roof that comes out. Give it a little bit of a Spartan-esque, if that's a word, made it up. Look to the front. Honor the people that have donated to the project, and just complete and finish that final front entrance. So that will be happening, and our game plan, even with supply delays and work delays, to have it ready for opening game, soccer season, and football season, and marching band season in August.
And then also involved with Spartan Stadium is our Project Mayhem outdoor show. It's coming June 3rd. Now, is this going to be similar to the show that we had inside, or do you know if there's new stuff or anything different?
From what I've been told, about 60% will be new. So I remember last year, what a fantastic performance. And it was a fantastic performance this year inside. So to get a second dose, so that's scheduled for Friday. I believe it's June 3rd, weather permitting. We might have to bump it. But what great timing. So it was a great show, so I'm glad we're going to have a second feature. But we're also able then to take some of the components that we're going to put in place for the show and then use that for commencement, which will be that Sunday on June 5th. So we can have a big stage and both honor Project Mayhem, but also honor our seniors. The outdoor graduation has been tremendous, and we just want to make it a little better each year, grow it a little bit. So we're looking forward to that. Obviously, I said weather permitting, so if we're going to do commencement on June 5th, we are prepared to make the call in case we have to move it back inside like we've done for the last probably 98 years. But we do like it outside, and We hope the weather will cooperate so we can have that commencement.
Well, with my next question was going to be about commencement being on June 5th. So you said that with weather permitting, we would move inside, but can you just talk about commencement as a whole and just the overall experience for families and the students themselves graduating?
Well, kind of like that senior honors assembly, that is the final piece of 13 years of education. And it's just nice to honor the senior class. And what I like is last night honored the seniors as individuals. So we take, that's over 2 hours to honor the individual accomplishments. But on commencement, we honor the class as a whole. So really, it's a focus on the senior class. You have a couple small speeches. The event is not a 2-3 hour event like some commencements because they combine both. We split them up and do an individual senior honors assembly, and we come back, honor the class. We're usually hour 15, hour and a half. It's long enough to truly honor the class. They say it's special. It's a nice event.
All right, well, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Let's go back to, obviously safety is on the minds of everybody, so we're always, safety is not something we just do like one time a year. Safety is something we think about all the time. And very proud of the relationship we have with our SROs and the Boardman Police Department. Those conversations are continuing to see how we can grow and make things better. And something we talked about, I think in a prior BSTN moment, was that we are getting the door barricades for every door. Those will be installed to make sure that when a teacher locks their door down, not just the lock on the door, but if someone were to physically try to ram that door open, it adds an extra layer of protection. So again, we're constantly looking to make sure kids are safe. A safe student, a student that feels safe at school will learn. A student does not feel safe, we got to solve that first. So safety is always number one. That comes before education.
Well, I want to thank you once again for joining me.
Yeah, it's I can't believe it's May. I know when we first sat down here. You hear stories. You're a senior. You hear stories how fast it's going to go. I got to talk to us for a minute here. How fast did your senior? Because getting underclassmen sitting out there listening, I'm sure. How fast did it go?
Oh, I mean, the cliche. Everyone says like time flies, and then it's all going to go, and you just think it's funny, but it really does. I mean, it seems like just yesterday I was a freshman, and honestly, I mean, all the memories that I've had through these 4 years, I'm going to remember. But they did go a little fast to me, and there's sometimes I wish I could go back, but I'm also excited for the future and what it holds.
Yeah, I think that's good advice for anyone who's listening who's not a senior. Just take your time. Enjoy even the little things. When you're a freshman or sophomore, you're even like, oh, I got to stay for another test. Enjoy every piece of it because it does go fast.
And it all matters.
Yeah. So I've enjoyed this. So thank you. Thank you for your service to our schools.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's all for today. I'm Max Rassega from BSTN. Have a great day, Boardman. And welcome to our first Spartan podcast here at BSTN. Today is Thursday, November 5th.